Welcome, beautiful souls, to this sacred space. Today, we journey into the alchemy of transformation, the art of turning life's challenges into personal gold. Together, we'll explore the tools and practices that allow one to harness the power of self-reflection, shadow work, and resilience for profound growth and healing. Let us begin by grounding ourselves, preparing to open our hearts and minds to the magic of inner alchemy. Wherever you are, find a comfortable position. If you can, gently close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold for a moment and exhale slowly through your mouth. With each breath, let go of any tension or resistance, allowing yourself to settle into this moment. Bring your attention to the earth beneath you. Imagine roots extending from your body, reaching deep into the earth's core. Feel the grounding energy of the earth rising up to support you, steadying you, and reminding you that you are safe. You are held, and you are exactly where you need to be. Now, shift your awareness to your heart space. Envision a warm, golden light glowing within. This light represents your inner alchemist, the part of yourself capable of transforming even the heaviest challenges into wisdom, strength, and clarity. With each breath, feel this golden light expand, filling your chest, your entire being, and the space around you. As you breathe, silently affirm to yourself, I open myself to transformation. I trust in my ability to turn challenges into growth and wisdom. Allow this affirmation to settle into your heart, anchoring you in trust and resilience. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, imagine releasing anything that no longer serves you. Fear, doubt, hesitation. Let it dissolve into the earth, leaving space for clarity and strength. Now bring your awareness to the present moment. Know that you are entering a space of possibility, a space where one's challenges can be seen not as obstacles. They can be seen as opportunities for transformation. Let's take one final deep breath in and exhale completely. When you feel ready, gently open your eyes, carrying carrying this sense of grounding and openness with you as we begin. With this sacred circle now open, let us dive into the alchemy of transformation and explore the tools that allow you to turn life's challenges into personal gold. What is inner alchemy? Inner alchemy is the sacred art of personal transformation. It is the process of taking life's struggles, the heaviness, the challenges, the pain, and turning them into something valuable, such as growth, strength, and clarity. Much like the ancient practice of alchemy sought to turn lead into gold, inner alchemy invites one to work with the elements of their inner world, the thoughts, emotions, and experiences that weigh heavy, and transmute them into sources of wisdom and empowerment. It's not about ignoring or bypassing tricky times. Rather, it's about embracing them as opportunities for growth. At its core, inner alchemy is about perspective and choice. Life will always bring challenges. That is part of the human experience. However, the power lies in how one chooses to respond. Will one allow struggles to define them? Or will they become stepping stones towards something greater? This process requires honesty, courage, and self-compassion. It calls for the willingness to look inward, to examine the parts of oneself that may feel uncomfortable, and to trust in the transformative power of resilience and self-reflection. Through this work, one begins to see that even the most trickiest experiences carry the seeds of possibility. Inner alchemy is not just a practice, it's a mindset. It is the belief that every challenge holds a lesson. Every wound carries wisdom. And every setback is an invitation to realign with one's true self. By embracing this process, one discovers that the goal that they seek has been within them all along. Now let's look at some key tools for inner alchemy. Self-reflection, shadow work, and resilience. Now, inner alchemy, that being the art of transforming challenges into growth, relies on several powerful tools, each serving as a cornerstone in the process. Self-reflection, shadow work, and resilience are not just practices, they are pathways that can guide one through the layers of transformation, supporting in the uncovering of the wisdom and the strength that is already within. Let us start with self-reflection, the mirror of growth. Self-reflection is the practice of looking inward, honestly and compassionately examining one's thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. It's a tool that allows one to step back from all of the noise of daily life and ask themselves, what am I experiencing in this moment? What patterns or beliefs are shaping my actions? How can I realign with my values and purpose? Through self-reflection, one gains clarity about the areas in life that feel heavy or misaligned. This clarity becomes the starting point for transformation, as it allows one to identify the raw material, both the challenges and the strengths, that will fuel their growth. Next up is shadow work, embracing the hidden self. Now, the shadow self represents the parts of oneself that are often hidden or suppressed. Emotions, traits, or memories that feel too uncomfortable to face. Shadow work is a courageous act of bringing these aspects to light, not to judge or fix them, rather to understand and integrate them. When one resists the shadow, it can create internal conflict, manifesting as self-doubt, fear, or limiting beliefs. Though when one embraces this shadow part of themselves, it becomes a teacher, offering profound insights about who they are and what it is that they need to heal. For example, a recurring pattern of people-pleasing might stem from a shadowed belief of unworthiness. By acknowledging this belief and tracing its roots, one can begin to release it, replacing it with self-compassion and confidence. Shadow work is not about erasing the past. It's more so about transforming it into wisdom. It reminds one that even the most challenging aspects of the self carry the potential for growth and empowerment. And resilience, the fire of transformation. Resilience is the ability to face challenges with courage and grace, transforming obstacles into opportunities. It's the fire that fuels inner alchemy, helping one navigate adversity without losing sight of their purpose. Resilience doesn't mean bypassing pain or pretending that everything is fine. It's about allowing oneself to feel, process, and move through the full spectrum of emotions while maintaining trust in their ability to emerge stronger on the other side. Now, cultivating resilience could involve embracing setbacks as part of the journey, building tools for emotional regulation, such as mindfulness and breathwork, trusting that every challenge carries a lesson, even if it's not immediately clear. When resilience is paired with self-reflection and shadow work, it creates a powerful alchemical process. Together, these tools transform life's difficulties into the gold of personal growth, alignment, and empowerment. So we're going to call this the Alchemist's Toolbox. Self-reflection, shadow work, and resilience are not separate. They work in harmony. Self-reflection illuminates the path. Shadow work uncovers hidden truths. And resilience provides the strength to keep moving forward. By embracing these tools, one becomes the alchemist of their own life, discovering that the challenges that they face are not barriers. They are bridges to their highest self. Let us further discuss the role of shadow work in transformation. Shadow work is a cornerstone of inner alchemy. It is the process of facing, understanding, and integrating the parts of oneself that have been hidden, suppressed, or deemed unacceptable. These shadow aspects, often shaped by past experiences, conditioning, or unprocessed emotions, hold immense potential for transformation when embraced with compassion and courage. Now, what is the shadow self? The shadow self represents the parts of oneself that exist in the background of awareness. It might show up as feelings of unworthiness, anger, jealousy, fear, or patterns of self-sabotage. Now, these are not inherently bad qualities. They are simply aspects of the self that have been buried because they were too painful, uncomfortable, or even misunderstood to face. By ignoring or denying the shadow, one risks inner conflict, misalignment, and emotional stagnation. These hidden aspects can show up in unexpected ways through reactive behaviors, limited beliefs, or recurring challenges in relationships. Now, in order to embrace the shadow for integration and healing, shadow work invites one to acknowledge these hidden parts, not with judgment or resistance, rather with curiosity and acceptance. It's about saying to oneself, I see you, I hear you, and I am willing to understand you. When one embraces the shadow, they begin the process of integration. Now, what do I mean by integration? Integration means bringing the shadow into harmony with the rest of the self, allowing it to become a source of wisdom, strength, and authenticity. For example, a shadow belief of I'm not good enough might transform into the realization that this belief was born from a past experience where validation was lacking. With this awareness, one can release the belief and replace it with self-compassion. Another one is suppressed anger. When acknowledged, one might reveal boundaries that need to be honored or truths that need to be spoken. By integrating the shadow, one becomes more whole, balanced, and aligned. Healing occurs because the energy once used to suppress these aspects is freed, creating space for growth and empowerment. The healing brought about by shadow work is powerful. Embracing the shadow self is deeply healing, because it allows one to reclaim the parts of themselves that have been lost or rejected. Instead of seeing the shadow as a weakness or a flaw, it becomes a powerful teacher. This healing process might include recognizing triggers as opportunities to explore unresolved emotions, journaling or meditating on shadow aspects to understand their origins, or speaking affirmations that honor the shadow, such as "I embrace all parts of myself, knowing that I am whole." Healing through shadow work also fosters empathy, both for oneself and for others. As one integrates their own shadows, they develop a deeper understanding of the shadows others carry, creating more compassionate relationships as well as interactions. So today, I present you with a gentle invitation to explore your shadow. The shadow is not something to fear. It is a doorway to transformation. When one embraces their shadow, they unlock a deeper understanding of who they are and what they need to heal. It is through this process of integration that the alchemy of transformation begins, turning the lead of hidden pain into the gold of self-awareness, healing, and empowerment. Now, shadow work offers the opportunity to turn unresolved emotions and patterns into profound sources of wisdom and inner strength. When one chooses to explore and integrate these aspects, what was once a burden can become a guide, illuminating the path to greater understanding and resilience. So now we're going to explore a few examples of how this transformation could unfold. We'll start with transforming self-doubt into self-belief. Unresolved self-doubt could often stem from past experiences where one felt judged, invalidated, or compared to others. Left unexamined, this doubt can manifest into hesitation, imposter syndrome, or fear of failure, keeping one from pursuing their potential. When this pattern is brought into awareness, one can trace its roots, perhaps to a critical comment from a teacher, an unmet expectation from a parent, or a series of small moments where they didn't feel seen. By acknowledging and processing these experiences, one begins to release the hold that they have on the present. In transforming self-doubt, one cultivates self-belief. This shift allows one to see that the criticisms or comparisons of the past do not define their worth. With each step forward, the strength to embrace new challenges grows, turning old insecurities into unwavering confidence. Now we'll talk about turning suppressed anger into assertiveness. Anger can often be seen as a negative emotion, leading many to suppress it rather than confront its source. Over time, suppressed anger can build as resentment, passive aggressiveness, or internal tension, draining one's energy and creating misaligned actions. Through shadow work, anger can be seen not as something to be suppressed. It can be seen as a messenger, signaling unmet needs or crossed boundaries. For example, Someone who prioritizes others might realize that their anger stems from a lack of self-advocacy. By understanding and integrating this, they can channel anger into healthy assertiveness, setting clear boundaries and expressing their needs with clarity and respect. This transformation turns anger from a reactive force into a proactive tool, empowering one to protect their energy and honor their own values. Next up is releasing fear of change to embrace growth. Now, fear of change often arises from a desire for safety or control, rooted in past experiences of instability or loss. This fear can lead to clinging to comfort zones, even when they no longer serve one's growth or happiness. When this fear is explored, one can begin to understand its origin and recognize how it has shaped their decisions. For instance, staying in an unfulfilling job or relationship might feel safe. However, it ultimately blocks the path to greater alignment and fulfillment. Through self-reflection and shadow work, one learns to reframe change as an opportunity rather than a threat. By taking small intentional steps, they build trust in their ability to adapt and grow. Now, this transformation replaces fear with courage, allowing one to embrace the unknown with a sense of possibility. Let's now go into healing childhood wounds to reclaim empowerment. Now, many unresolved patterns are rooted in childhood experiences where one felt unseen, unheard, or unworthy. These wounds can manifest in adulthood as perfectionism, people-pleasing, or a fear of vulnerability. By revisiting and nurturing the inner child, one can begin to heal these wounds. For example, journaling about childhood memories or visualizing conversations with the younger self can provide validation and care that may have been missing at the time. This process helps to release the hold of the past, allowing one to step into adulthood with a renewed sense of worthiness and empowerment. Healing these wounds transforms old narratives of "I am not enough" into affirmations of strength and acceptance. Each of these examples highlights the alchemical nature of shadow work, how unresolved emotions, when acknowledged and integrated, can become sources of wisdom and strength. By facing these aspects of oneself with curiosity and compassion, one unlocks the potential to grow, heal, and thrive. The power of transformation is already within you. The key is learning to see it. Last in our toolbox is resilience, the fire of transformation. Resilience is the fire that fuels the alchemical process of transformation. It is the inner strength that allows one to face life's challenges not with resistance, to face life's challenges with courage and grace. Resilience doesn't mean avoiding hardship or pretending that difficulties don't exist. It means learning to navigate them, adapt to them, and emerge stronger on the other side. much like rising like the phoenix. Now, resilience is often misunderstood as simply enduring or pushing through tough times. However, true resilience is more nuanced. It is the ability to acknowledge challenges while maintaining faith in one's ability to overcome them. It is the ability to process emotions without becoming overwhelmed by them. And it is the ability to remain adaptable, shifting perspectives or approaches as needed. Think of resilience as the heat in the alchemical process. It transforms raw, unrefined materials, or struggles and fears, into gold, or growth and strength. Without the fire, there can be no transformation. Resilience requires both courage and grace. Let's explore this a little bit further. Courage is the willingness to face what is tricky, to stand in the discomfort of uncertainty or pain without running from it. While grace is the ability to navigate these moments with compassion for oneself, for others, and for the process of life itself. Imagine the challenges one faces as a storm. Courage is the decision to step into the storm, trusting in one's ability to weather it. Grace is the act of surrendering to the flow of the storm, knowing that it will pass and that growth lies on the other side. Now, why is resilience such a transformative force? Resilience is transformative because it shifts the way one perceives challenges. Instead of seeing them as obstacles, one begins to see them as opportunities, which is powerful. These can be opportunities for growth, as every challenge invites one to learn something new about themselves, about life, or about their relationships. One can begin to see opportunities for strength. By navigating difficulties, one builds emotional, mental, and spiritual muscles that allow them to face future challenges with greater ease. And also, one can see opportunities for realignment. Challenges often illuminate areas of life that need attention or adjustment. Resilience helps one make those adjustments with intention and purpose. For example, the loss of a job might feel devastating. However, with resilience, one can view it as an opportunity to realign with a more fulfilling career path. On the other hand, the end of a relationship might bring grief. However, it can also serve as a chance to reconnect with oneself and redefine what one truly desires in a partnership. Resilience is not an innate trait. It is a skill that can be cultivated through intentional practices. Some of these practices are mindfulness. By staying present, one learns to face challenges moment by moment, rather than being overwhelmed by their entirety. Another one is self-compassion. Offering oneself kindness during difficult times strengthens the ability to move through them. Another one is gratitude. Focusing on what is still good or meaningful amidst difficulty can help shift perspectives and foster hope. And another one is connection. Resilience is strengthened when one leans on a trusted community or support system. Now, resilience is a fire that is within each of us. It is a force that keeps one moving forward when life feels heavy. The strength that allows one to turn wounds into wisdom, and the grace that makes transformation possible. No matter how daunting a challenge may seem, resilience reminds one that they have the power to rise again, stronger and more aligned than before. This is the essence of alchemy, taking the heat of life's trials and using it to forge something extraordinary within oneself. That being said, resilience is not just a response to life's challenges. It's a skill that can be intentionally nurtured and woven into the fabric of daily life. By integrating simple, consistent practices, one can strengthen their ability to navigate difficulties with courage and grace. Let's go over some practical ways to cultivate resilience. One practical way is the practice of mindful breathing. The breath is a powerful anchor, especially during moments of stress and uncertainty. Take a few moments each day to focus on your breath. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, and exhale for 6 counts. This practice calms the nervous system, bringing clarity and a sense of control during challenging times. Another one is to reframe your challenges. Shifting perspectives can actually be a cornerstone of resilience. When faced with a challenge, ask yourself, what lesson or opportunity might this challenge offer me? This reframing helps transform struggles into stepping stones, reducing feelings of overwhelm or defeat. Another one is to build a gratitude practice. Gratitude shifts focus from what is lacking to what is present and abundant. At the end of each day, write down 3 things that you are grateful for, no matter how small that may be. Over time, this practice rewires the mind to notice and appreciate the positives even amidst challenges. The next one is strengthening your support system. Resilience is not about going in alone. Connect with friends, family, or a trusted community that uplifts and supports you. Now, I am aware that not everybody has this type of support system in their presence. An alternative to this is to ask your PCP if there are any counseling options available. This is important because sharing your experiences with others not only lightens the emotional load, it also reminds you that you're not alone. Next is embracing self-compassion. Be kind to yourself, especially during tricky moments. When self-doubt or criticism arises, pause and ask yourself, would I speak to a loved one this way? Replace harsh self-talk with affirming and supportive words, such as, I am doing my best. And that is enough. Now let's go over engaging in creative expression. Creative outlets allow you to process emotions and tap into your inner strength. Whether it's journaling, painting, dancing, music, find a way to express yourself authentically. Creativity can serve as a release, offering clarity and renewal in the face of adversity. Next is setting small, achievable goals. Resilience is built through consistent action, no matter how small. Break larger challenges into manageable steps. Celebrate progress even when it feels minor. Each completed step reinforces the belief that you are capable of overcoming obstacles. Next, spend time in nature. Nature is a profound teacher of resilience. Take walks, sit by the water, or simply observe the cycles of growth and renewal around you. Nature reminds one of their connection to something greater and the inevitability of change and growth. The last one that we'll go over is cultivating trust in the process. Resilience grows when one learns to surrender control and trust in life's unfolding. Practice affirmations such as, "I trust the timing of my journey." Reflect on past challenges you've overcome and remind yourself that you have navigated storms before and that you can do so again. These practices are not about avoiding hardships. They're about preparing for them, embracing them, and moving through them with strength and grace. By cultivating resilience in daily life, one creates a foundation of inner strength, allowing them to transform challenges into opportunities for growth and empowerment. Remember, resilience is a muscle, one that grows stronger each time that it is used. Begin with one or two of these practices and watch as your ability to navigate life's challenges expands with ease and trust. Now, the practice of inner alchemy is about transforming the heavy, challenging aspects of life. What might feel like lead can be turned into the personal gold of growth, strength, and clarity. However, we must remember that this transformation is not instant. It is a process that requires intention, effort, and a willingness to embrace the journey. Through specific techniques and a mindset rooted in patience and trust, one can navigate this path with grace. It is equally as important to remember that the practice of inner alchemy is deeply personal and unique to each individual. What works for one person may differ for another. However, the principles remain the same. Reflect, release, reframe, and trust. As you engage with these practices, remember that the gold that you seek already resides within you. The process of alchemy is simply about uncovering it, one step, one breath, and one moment at a time. Trust the process, honor your efforts, and know that the transformation is unfolding exactly as it is meant to. It's about that time for a personal example. Here is a personal example of the alchemy within my own journey. In my own journey, one of the most profound experiences of alchemy came through my relocation to Hawaii. A chapter filled with uncertainty, challenges, and ultimately transformation. What began as a leap of faith quickly became a test of resilience and self-discovery, offering lessons that would shape who I am today. Now, when I first made the decision to move to Hawaii, it felt like the start of something beautiful, an opportunity to connect more deeply with the world, my purpose, and essentially a partner who I had believed would walk this path with me. However, as time unfolded, I was met with the reality that the relationship that I had once trusted was not what I thought it was. I found myself undervalued and discarded by someone that I believed in, someone I thought would be a pillar of support. Instead, I was left feeling unsafe and insecure, stuck in a dynamic where my worth was diminished. It seemed as though my presence and my energy were only appreciated when they were in service to this person's needs. When I didn't comply, the response was to remove me emotionally, mentally, or even physically from the situation. This dynamic left me feeling lost, questioning my value, and uncertain about my future. The instability was overwhelming, and I found myself teetering on the edge of survival mode, not knowing if I would have a safe place to live or if I would be left to fend for myself. It felt like the universe had thrown me into chaos. Now, at some point within all of this, I realized that I could no longer let this cycle define me. While the challenges I faced were real and deeply painful, I knew that staying in that dynamic, one where I felt powerless and unseen, would only keep me stuck. It was time to retreat inward, to step away from the toxic environment and reconnect with the truth of who I am. In this space of retreat, I began to immerse myself in learning more about the universe, more about my higher self, and more about the divine path that I was meant to walk. I turned inward for answers, embracing practices that allowed me to process the pain and see it for what it truly was. It was an invitation to transform. That being said, feeling undervalued and discarded, feeling stuck or lost and teetering on the edge of survival mode, those are all valid feelings. However, those are also feelings that can lead you to victimhood. So in my case, rather than seeing these challenges from a limited viewpoint, I started seeing these challenges as a stepping stone for my growth. And without these challenges, I would not have been able to grow as much as I have. Through all of these happenings, I was given the space to transform through journaling, meditation, and reconnecting with nature. I was given the space to start peeling back the layers of the experience. I saw how I had been given my power away, how I had allowed someone else's actions and opinions to dictate my sense of worth. However, I also began to see the strength that I held within. The strength that had brought me to Hawaii in the first place. The strength that was calling me to rise again. As I worked through the shadow of what seemed like betrayal and uncertainty, something within me shifted, and I began to take my power back. Not in anger or retaliation. I started to take it back in love and alignment with my higher self. I realized that the universe had brought me to Hawaii not to break me. The universe brought me here to rebuild me. The challenges that I faced were catalysts for growth, pushing me to embrace my soul's calling, to be a conduit for healing. With this newfound clarity, I began to step into my purpose. I started showing up for myself in ways that I hadn't before. I started nurturing my confidence and honoring my worth. I reconnected with my creative passions, with music, and the community, and with the deep knowing that I am here to guide and uplift others. This transformation wasn't instant. It was a process of rebuilding trust within myself, trust within the universe, and letting go of the fear that had kept me stuck for so long. Each step brought me closer to alignment, to a version of myself that feels whole, empowered, and purposeful. What this journey taught me is that the most painful challenges can become the foundation for incredible growth. By choosing to face the uncertainty, to confront the shadow of codependence and what looked like betrayal, I was able to transmute the pain into strength. In the end, Hawaii, with all its trials, became the backdrop for my alchemy. It reminded me that even in the face of instability, I am capable of creating my own safety and peace. It showed me that being discarded by another does not diminish my worth. It strengthens my resolve to stand in my truth. This experience gave me the confidence to be seen, to share my journey openly, and to step fully into the role that I am meant to play. As a conduit for healing, I now hold space not only for myself, I now hold space for others who are navigating their own transformations. So to anyone listening who feels stuck in their own storm, know this: the lead of your struggles can become the gold of your growth. It begins with reclaiming your power, trusting in your inner alchemist, and embracing the process of transformation. As we near the end of this episode, let's take a moment to reflect on your own journey of transformation. These questions are designed to help you explore the challenges, the shadows, and the strengths that make up your unique alchemy. Take your time with these, whether through journaling, meditation, or quiet contemplation. What challenge in your life has taught you the most about yourself? Reflect on a moment of struggle that revealed hidden strengths or truths about your character. How might you transform your greatest struggle into a source of strength? Consider how the lessons within this challenge could guide your growth or serve others. What part of your shadow is asking to be acknowledged and integrated? Think about recurring emotions, behaviors, or patterns that might be signaling an opportunity for healing. What beliefs or habits are holding you back from your transformation? Identify areas where old ways of thinking or acting may no longer align with who you are becoming. What small, intentional step can you take today to align with your higher self? Focus on one action that brings you closer to the person you are working to become. How do you currently navigate uncertainty, and how might trust in the universe help you shift? Reflect on how releasing control and embracing trust could bring more peace and clarity to your journey. What gifts have you discovered within your shadows or challenges? Look for the wisdom, resilience, or creativity that emerged through difficult experiences. What would it feel like to fully embrace your power and step into your purpose? Visualize yourself living in alignment with your true self. What energy would this bring to your life and those around you? Take these questions with you into your day and into your week, allowing them to guide your thoughts and your actions. Remember, transformation is not a single moment. It's an ongoing process of learning, growing, and aligning with your highest self. Trust the process, honor your journey, and know that the alchemy of your life is always unfolding. Alright, as we bring today's journey to a close, let us take a moment to reflect and ground the insights we've gained. This meditation will guide you through visualizing your own transformation process, connecting you with the power of alchemy that resides within you. Wherever you are, find a comfortable position. If it feels right, gently close your eyes and take a deep, cleansing breath in. Hold for a moment and release slowly. With each exhale, allow yourself to let go of any tension, any worry, and any resistance. Now, bring to mind a challenge or difficulty that has been present in your life. This could be something you're currently navigating or a past experience that still feels heavy. Allow it to gently come into your awareness, without judgment and without fear. Just observe it as it is. Imagine this challenge as a piece of lead in your hands. It feels dense, heavy, and unrefined. However, as you hold it, notice a warm, golden light begin to radiate from your heart space. This light represents your inner alchemist, the part of yourself that has the power to transform. Feel this light grow stronger, expanding outward to envelop the lead in your hands. Watch as the heaviness begins to shift. The lead softens, shimmers, and starts to glow. Slowly but surely, it transforms into gold. Pure, radiant, and full of possibilities. This gold represents the wisdom, strength, and the clarity that your challenge holds. Feel its warmth and weight in your hands. Recognize that this transformation is not only possible, it is already happening within you. Take a moment to reflect. What has this challenge taught you? What strength or gift has emerged from it? Allow yourself to feel gratitude for the process of transformation, knowing that every challenge carries the seeds of growth. Now, place this gold gently into your heart space, letting it merge with your energy. Feel its light spread through your entire being, grounding you in the truth that you are capable of turning any struggle into strength. Take one final deep breath in, and as you exhale, silently or out loud, affirm, I embrace the alchemy of transformation. With each challenge, I grow stronger, wiser, and closer to my truest self. When you're ready, gently open your eyes, carrying this sense of clarity and empowerment with you into your day and into your week. Remember, the alchemy of transformation is not about perfection. It's about progress. It's about showing up for yourself with trust, patience, and love. Thank you for joining me today. Until next time, may you continue to honor your journey, embrace your challenges, and shine the gold of your true self into the world. Namaste.